The storm outside Ravenscroft Manor sounds like rolling cannon fire, and you feel every boom in your ribs as you step into the marble foyer. The front doors slam shut behind you with a gasp of wind that kills the lights for a breathless second. When they flicker back on, a scream slices through the darkness. You turn, heart pounding, and find the host, Sir Lawrence Ravenscroft, sprawled at the bottom of the grand staircase, his silver smoking jacket soaked crimson at the chest. You did not come for blood. You were invited as a curiosity, a freelance puzzle solver whose reputation for cracking ciphers precedes you. Now you are the only guest who keeps calm while the others gather, wide-eyed and dripping rainwater. A clock somewhere announces midnight with a hollow clang. The roads are washed out. No one is leaving until dawn, and a murderer is still among you. You guide the shaken group into the drawing room, where the fireplace sputters like a dying dragon. 5 faces stare back at you. Helena, the poised widow who stands too straight for fresh grief. Felix, Sir Lawrence's ambitious nephew whose lawyer's mind is always calculating. Dr. Auden, the family physician with shoulders tense as piano wire. Margot, the actress friend whose mascara now runs like ink. And Conrad, the groundskeeper whose silence feels heavier than the storm. 5 voices, 5 motives, 5 shadows on the wall. You clear your throat. We need answers, and we need them before daylight. One of you ended Sir Lawrence's game early. Your words hang in the smoke, and for a heartbeat, no one moves. Then Helena folds her arms. You are welcome to play detective, she says, but I refuse to stay in this mausoleum. Thunder growls in answer, rattling the windows. She falls quiet. You propose structure. Each person will remain where you can see them, and you will examine the scene. Felix tries the telephone and reports what you already knew. The lines are dead. Margot pours brandy that no one touches. Conrad gazes into the fire, shadows crawling over his weathered face. In the study upstairs, you find the first sliver of the puzzle. Sir Lawrence's diary, bound in green leather, a page marked with fresh ink. The paragraph is nonsense at first glance. NVXV KV, UFMV, GSV XLNV, RHRM, HL WVX LIGS, GSV, UFMZI. Your pulse quickens, a classic substitution. You jot the letters on a scrap and carry it downstairs, the words thrumming like bees in your brain. Back in the drawing room, you ask aloud, who here recognizes this code? No one speaks, but eyes flicker. You work as you talk, explaining so listeners can follow. He favored simple inversions, watch, swap A for Z, B for Y, and so on. Letters flip until the sentence breathes. Meet at 9. The time is up. No turning the table. You frown. 9? The man died at midnight. Did he arrange a secret meeting earlier? Helena speaks first. She was with Sir Lawrence at dinner, but she felt ill afterward and retired. Felix claims he was cataloguing documents in the library. Dr. Auden says he performed his nightly check on Sir Lawrence's medication, then read in the conservatory. Margot practiced lines alone by the upstairs mirror. Conrad tended generators behind the manor, alone in the screaming wind. You ask for watches. Rain, nerves, and flickering lamps always skew memory, so you weave through time carefully. As each recounts the evening, you picture a clock face spinning backward. At 9, Helena and Margot recall hearing piano notes, Felix playing. Felix agrees, but adds that Sir Lawrence asked him to bring a locked box from the attic. When he returned downstairs, the host was gone. You visit the attic next, flashlight slicing through dust. The locked box remains, but the padlock is forced. Inside velvet cushions cradle an ivory chess king, its base hollow. Within the hollow, another scrap of cipher. This one is subtler, numbers arranged in tight columns. Your breath fogs as you read. 14:1:25, 2:5, 3, 1, 18, 5, 6, 21, 12. Instinct says simple alphabet numbers. Translated it reads, "May be careful." An incomplete thought, like a candle snuffed mid-spark. Back downstairs, you catch Dr. Auden polishing his glasses, hands trembling. You ask about Sir Lawrence's heart medication. The bottle in his study is full, too full. The doctor falters. He admits that Sir Lawrence had weaned off the drug months ago, refusing medical advice. Felix leaps on the admission, motive by malpractice. The room erupts until you raise both hands. You remind them that shouting only cloaks the truth. You reconsider the timeline. If Sir Lawrence arranged a 9 o'clock meeting, who attended? You question Margot about the piano. She admits she played, not Felix. Felix scowls but says nothing. Why lie about something so trivial? You study his face and see sweat despite the chill. Midnight creeps toward 1. Wind eases, and you sense the killer's nerve faltering. You announce you will visit the library, welcome to any company. Only Margot follows. Among towering shelves, you trace fingers across spines until you find fresh dust disturbed on a cryptography anthology. Between pages, another diary leaf, words plain this time. Felix discovered the king piece. He says the estate's future is a game. How right he is. Tonight, the final move. You turn to Margot, voice low. Did you see Sir Lawrence with Felix after 9? She nods. They argued near the study. Lawrence wanted to change his will again. The plot sharpens. Money, the oldest motive. But you still need proof. You summon everyone to the library and position them before the great mahogany table as though setting pieces on a board. The Ivory King sits at the center, accusing. You recount every fragment, the diary codes, the broken lock, the false piano alibi. Felix steps back, but you are quicker. You wanted the estate, but your uncle preferred charity, you say, voice steady. So you staged a meeting at 9, stole the chess piece that hid his warning. And when he threatened to expose you, you drove a letter opener into his chest on the stairs. Silence swells like a tide. Felix's eyes dart toward the fire poker, his imagined escape, before resignation settles. Helena exhales, a sound between relief and sorrow. Dr. Auden mumbles a prayer. Conrad crosses himself. Margot wipes tears that may be real or rehearsal. Either way, the act is over. You instruct Conrad to secure Felix in the wine cellar until police can reach the manor at dawn. As they lead the nephew away, rain finally softens to a whisper. You step to the window. The clouds are splitting, and a pale ribbon of moon slips through, silver on the lawn. Behind you, the others whisper gratitude, shock, promises of testimony. You let their voices recede. The puzzle is solved, yet your pulse still echoes the storm. You turn, addressing the survivors. Mysteries end, but questions linger. Let that unease remind you of tonight's lesson. Secrets fester in the dark, but truth only needs one sliver of light. You watch their faces absorb the words. Dawn is near. Somewhere a bird dares a tentative note. Outside, the manor still stands, but nothing inside feels the same. And you? You gather the diary pages, the Ivory King, and your raincoat. Another clock will strike soon. Another puzzle will find you. But for now, you savor the hush that follows revelation. You step into the hall, shoes tapping a slow, steady rhythm, and leave Ravenscroft Manor to its bruised silence.